Hello guys, welcome to my second story. Today we are going to look at the story from Mexico City. Imagine an island full of decaying dolls, hanging down from the trees. That sounds creepy, isn't it? Well, the origin of this story is much more creepier than you might think, so let's go and find out the mystery behind it. Well, the story is of the La Isla de las Muñecas, or the best known as the Island of Dolls. This island is located in the channels of Xochimilco, south of the center of Mexico City, or very close to the Estadio Azteca, which is a football stadium. This island is very much known for its hanging dolls of various colors and styles down the trees. Some of them are even without heads or missing torso, which really sounds spooky. This island was named in somewhere around 1950s, when suddenly a random dolls started appearing. This place originally belongs to the man called Julian Santana Barrera, who is a native of Xochimilco from Mexico City. Julian left his wife and family and settled on an island on Texuelo Lake. Now his reasons for doing this is not very clear, but people says that he was out of his mind. Julian's main job was to sell vegetables, and after that he used to go drinking, in the neighborhood of the Barrio de la Asunción. This continued until he started reading Bible, because he started believing in superstitions, which led to him to quit selling the vegetables. The mystery behind this island is that, 50 years back in time, Santana Barrera, or the Julian, saw a little girl and her sisters swimming along the bank of the river of the Santampa Chinampas, and soon after that a strong current carried one of the sisters away along with it. Looking at this, Julian dived in water after her, but was not able to save the girl in time, and the girl drowned in water and died. After all this, Julian started blaming himself for the death of the girl. Shortly afterwards, a doll came floating out of the canals, and this changed the whole life of Santana Barrera and the shape of the island. According to Santana, he said that the girl was crying, saying, "I want my doll." Santana was terrified by this and hung the doll on one of the trees near the girl's body. Here there are different stories regarding the real reason why Santana hung the doll. Some people say that it was respect for the dead girl. Others started claiming that it was to protect himself from her. Some even said that it was to protect the girl's spirit from the other demons in the water. After this, Julian started collecting the dolls from the trash and canals nearby, and started hanging them from the trees and even nailed them to the walls. This went so far that people started trading dolls with him for the crops that he used to grow on islands, and eventually all these things made the island populated with abandoned and broken dolls. After that, according to some people, Julian could hear footsteps, crying and even screams near his home, despite the fact that Julian's house was deep into the woods, without any neighbors for miles and miles. Not only people have said this, but Julian's family also said that dolls were actually moving as if they were moved by some kind of unseen force. Some even said that Julian himself was possessed by the spirit of this little girl. In 2001, Julian died mysteriously on his isolated island. Stories say that he died because of heart attack, but others claim that he died because the girl killed him. Julian's nephew, Anastasio Velasco, found his body floating in the water on one day when he was helping his uncle plant pumpkins. Here the strangest thing is that Julian died in the exact same spot where the little girl had drowned 50 years before. Anastasio started claiming that he was able to hear both the girls crying as well as his uncle's cane thumping on the ground. After Julian Barrera's death, his family took care of the island and made it a tourist attraction, despite the fact that the island was never intended to be a tourist attraction. Till today, many ghost hunters and other visitors visit the island with coins and dolls of their own as a tribute to both Santana and the girl. The only way to reach the island is by Trajinera or a colorful ferry. Many of the boat drivers refuses to go to the island because they say that there's some kind of weird energy there and the dolls tried to lure and possess them. Till today it's unclear whether Julian ever found a girl drowned in water. Many people believe that Julian lost his mind and made stories of his own. It does not matter whether it's true or false, many people visit the island and pray for Julian and the girl. Do let me know in the comment section below if you ever want to visit the island, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon.